Singapore needs foreign talent to supplement and grow the Singapore core. That's the view of new Second Minister for Manpower, Dr. See Leng, who's looking at aligning economic and manpower policies. Dr. Tan shared his views in an exclusive interview on News 5 earlier.
When you run a business, regardless of size, in a crisis such as this, the first thing that comes to mind is that how do I cut costs? How do I, continue to prolong the operations of my company? And very naturally, in addition to trying to renegotiate certain contracts and so on, one of the things that comes to mind is obviously manpower costs. Whether you want to ask staff to take leave and so on and so forth. What is actually very, very good that our government has done is to offer this job support scheme self-employed, because at least without knowing how long the crisis is going to last, this at least buys time for the company while they use this opportunity to either reinvent themselves, to transform and also to pivot, to find new sort of growth markets, to see whether within the crisis itself there are opportunities that other people may not think about. That's usually what most private sector enterprises will think of and will want to do. Now, in terms of the work, the talent that we have, we are a small country and we do rely a lot on international investments coming into our country, and with these international investments they also bring top global talent. The whole idea of having this ecosystem whereby the top global talent can come in, can transfer their skill sets, can also train and transfer the expertise over to our local Singapore core, infusing our Singapore core talent and continue to allow the Singapore core talent to be consolidated, to be reinforced, to grow, and then to eventually go and expand internationally. It's actually a very good thing for us, because after all, we're a very small population of just under 4 million. And there are multiple jobs in which we are not able to find local Singaporean talent who may want to be able to fulfill these roles as well. So in that sense itself, bringing in a foreign talent helps to fulfill, supplement the vacancies, and at the same time help to level up the rest of the Singapore core.
Well, Dr. Tan said that the ministry will also scrutinise any unfair hiring practices and take action where needed.
When we talk about scrutiny, it is a very progressive and proactive engagement on the part of Ministry of Manpower. We want to walk with these companies. We want to walk with these companies who believe in our country, in our citizens, in our strong Singapore core, in our talent, and to build up and to invest in our talent. We want to be able to proactively engage them. So resources will be expanded to engage with these companies, to walk with them, to understand sometimes the difficulties. What are the difficulties in terms of finding the appropriate skill sets to enable them to grow, to expand their operations here, and at the same time to see how we can actually supplement them. Of course, in that entire process of proactive, progressive engagement, if we find gaps, we usually will work with the companies to see how they can address these gaps. Only in a situation whereby when they continually and consistently, as I've used the word, wantonly discriminate against our local Singapore talent, or perhaps if they discriminate with anyone, regardless of gender, race, ethnicity, nationality, and so on, then we take action.